I mean, can you just reiterate for those watching or listening, from your perspective as a pediatrician, as well as, a mom, why
Mhm.
is literacy so important and why do pediatricians care so much about it?
So I think there's been a lot of research done in the last few years, sort of about what happens to our brains when we are read to in particular, and how reading to a child, even if they can't read themselves. So I'm talking like to, newborns, toddlers, preschool age kids, how their brains change just from being read to, and how those changes in their brains help them then go on to have more success in school and more success in professional lives. So again, it's stuff that you do when they're babies that really does affect them their whole lives. And I think as a pediatrician, since our goal is to raise happy, healthy, successful children and protect them and keep them, give them as much advantages as we can, I think it's important then to tell parents that, be like, hey, 10 minutes a day of reading a book, even if you're just pointing at pictures, that can help your baby have so much more, such a bigger advantage than not doing, right? And I was reading a paper that was talking about how if you read one book a day to your child from when they're babies, they enter kindergarten having heard more than 500,000 more words than someone who hasn't been read to. And you're like, oh, that's not, then you're like, 500,000 words is a lot of words. So it puts these kindergartners again at, just a slight advantage that then keeps going. And I think it's important, for pediatricians to share that information with their patients, because a lot of parents may not think of it that way. They're like, oh, reading, like, they're not big readers. They didn't grow up in households that were big readers. And so they don't think about it as something that they should do to their babies or to their toddlers. Or, oh, it's something you do when they're school age. But no, starting just, when they're so little, it has such a big advantage to everybody. And then there's the connection and the cuddling and the bonding that happens when you read to your kids. It's, wonderful too.
Yeah.